Yo, what's up guys, TTarantox back here doing some more of this Weekly Wednesday with Will, where I talk to you guys about what happened recently in WWE. And you guys can join the conversation by, talking in the comments below. And I will be glad to reply and talk to you guys and whatnot. But this week, I want to start off with my favorite happening, though I kind of predicted it late, like in the show on Monday Night Raw. AJ Lee has returned and regained her Divas Championship. Yes, I am happy about that. Honestly, it was kind of predictable. Not like, before Raw, but, well, not for me, but before Raw. Like, during Raw, when they were like, oh yeah, Paige has something to say. And when Paige got on the mic, I'm just like, they don't give her the mic to ever speak, to ever do promos, to ever do anything. Why would a victory over Naomi at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, be a cause for her to actually just get on the mic and talk, oh, I'm the champion, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't make any sense. And it's like they never really trusted, it doesn't seem like they trusted her with the mic before, and she never really talks in the first place. And so I was just like, give me my AJ. Give me my AJ. I said that the whole time she was in the ring, and then lo and behold, her music drops, and it was amazing. I expected a bigger pop, though. That pop should have been bigger. But AJ returned. She got her title back. I'm happy. Also, another thing that I thought was funny was WWE, they like to retweet some of the superstars when they live tweet the show. And Darren Young tweeted, AJ is back, something, something, hashtag AJ Punk. And they retweeted that. And I was just like, interesting. They're going to allow that to be retweeted. Okay. But I just thought that was awesome. AJ returned. She got her title back. It's going to be a crazy, magical feud between her and Paige, most likely. And I can't wait to see what goes down. Now, speaking of divas, you guys already know that we have this whole Funkadactyls imminent breakup happening. This past week, they had a handicap match against Nikki Bella. And then they had a tag match against Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox, in which they won each one of those. So Nikki lost each of those battles, even though Naomi was reluctant to fight in both of them. But Cameron didn't seem to give a shit, which is pretty much they're going to give Cameron the heel angle, and Naomi is going to go off on her own and be her goody two shoes self. Which I'm thinking this may lead up to Cameron possibly teaming with Alicia Fox. I don't know. There's something I thought they might be good together, maybe a new BFFs sort of thing. I don't know, but the whole I find it really weird that ever since Money in the Bank, when Brie and Daniel Bryan were at Money in the Bank, that Stephanie has mentioned Brie a lot, and it's kind of weird because being quote unquote fired, Brie has had way more screen time and freaking mention of her name than most of the divas backstage, which is kind of sad, I think. So it lets you know that she's not going to be gone for too long. At least I don't think she is. But I just thought that was really interesting to see that and have that happening. Now, more divas action I want to talk about was I love the whole Summer Rae Dolph Ziggler thing. That's a pairing that I kind of predicted after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view when Layla beat Summer Rae, and when they said when she was heartbroken or something like that, I was just like immediately after that match I was pair her up with Ziggler, and lo and behold, Monday night, Ziggler versus Fandango. She comes out, she kisses Ziggler, Ziggler beats Fandango. It was amazing. I want to see more of that dynamic. Maybe Fandango will get jealous or something, but I would love to see Ziggler and Summer Rae, because it seems that he always performs better when he has a manager. When he had Vicky, I believe he was the IC champion. When he had AJ Lee, he was the World Heavyweight champion. And so it's he kind of performs a lot better when he has a manager. So if they give him Summer Rae as a manager, then I can definitely see him, as I segue into this next point, as the next IC champion, because since Wade Barrett has been injured, Bad News Barrett has been injured by Jack Swagger, as Dolph would say, classic swags. He's always injuring somebody. But since he injured Barrett. He is now like a no longer IC champion. They vacated the title, and they're going to be having a battle royal to determine the champion. I believe it's at Battleground, at the Battleground pay-per-view. And we have people like Ryback. We have people like Curtis Axel, RVD, Dolph Ziggler, Antonio Cesaro, and Big E all trying to get that title. I'm pretty sure they're going to announce more people, like The Miz is probably going to go in there, since, you know, he just recently returned on Monday Night Raw, which was very uneventful and also sort of predictable when they mentioned a multimedia WWE champion is returning to Monday Night Raw. I was like, if it's not Batista returning already, then it's got to be The Miz. Yeah, so you know he's going to be in the title hunt and whatnot. Maybe somebody else. I don't know who else they could put in there. Maybe they'll put Sheamus in there and be like, we're gonna freaking combine the titles because that's what we're all about. No one's gonna see that coming. I don't know, but definitely if they pair Ziggler up with Summer Rae, I believe he's going to be champion. Speaking of champions, John Cena is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He won it at Money in the Bank. I predicted that he would win it because, you know, it just made sense. And since they're really trying to seemingly push a feud between him and Brock Lesnar for Brock Lesnar to have a title shot at SummerSlam, it makes all the sense in the world. But I'm glad that he's champion because now he gets to call himself WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It's cool. He's like the only guy in that ring at the time that would actually make sense having that title. And another thing, he is now the cover athlete of WWE 2K15, which at first I was like, oh, that kind of, then I said no, before I even finished my thought. I'm like, okay, that's actually good. I actually enjoy the fact that Cena is on the cover of this game because Cena, for one, he hasn't been on the cover in years, and two, he's never been on the cover by himself. Back in the day, they would have like the different covers with different people on them. He's been featured on the cover with other people like The Undertaker, Bobby Lashley, and like other people like that, but he's never been on there alone. Freaking Vince McMahon's been on there alone. The Rock has been on there alone like countless numbers of times. Well, not really countless, but The Rock's been on there alone. Technically, Daniel Bryan was on there last year, even though it was a fan cover art thing. Who else? CM Punk got it, and Randy Orton got it. Cena has yet to have it, so it's great to see him actually get it. What better time than to have him be a 15-time world champion, put him on the cover of WWE 2K15, and it's going to be the first jump to next gen. It just all makes sense. Cena is like the money maker of the company. He's the face, and until they can get someone to replace him, I think it's a perfect cover athlete for the new game. Speaking more of Cena, there's a Battleground Fatal 4-Way match already announced. It's going to be John Cena versus Roman Reigns versus Kane versus Randy Orton for the title. And honestly, if everything is going the way that it's being speculated for Brock Lesnar to return, John Cena is definitely going to come out on top on that match. There's no really need for me to predict the outcome of this match, and that's all I have to say about that. But speaking of the outcome of the match, even though I said that's all I have to say about it, Seth Rollins is Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank winner, and he owns the Money in the Bank contract. And he tried to cash in on Monday, even though he got thwarted by Dean Ambrose, which I wasn't really, hype with the whole Seth Rollins winning. But I don't know, it just kind of, it was a little bit bitter to me, not because I don't like Seth Rollins, not because of, I wanted Ziggler or somebody else to win. It was just more of the fact that when they tell you that someone's going to win, I kind of always expect them to be like wrong, like they're like, yeah, Randy Orton's going to win the title. He didn't win. And the Evolution is going to beat the Shield. They never won. But I mean, like, I like the whole, there's a plan B. There's always a plan B. But the fact that they were like, yeah, Seth Rollins is going to win from the get-go, that is like what kind of like makes it stale for me. It's like there's no mystery. So I will automatically go against what they're saying. If they say, yeah, Seth is going to win, I'm going to be like, okay, Seth isn't going to win, because that's just how I'm used to it. Used to it happening and having been gone down that way. But with Seth being Money in the Bank winner, I don't know if I can really see him holding the titles. So I'm guessing that somewhere down the line, either he's going to lose his briefcase, similar to like Mr. like Kennedy did against I think it was Edge. Either he's going to lose it that way. Either the Authority is going to take it from him because he did something wrong or he couldn't get some job done, or he's just going to fail at cashing in because he cashed in at the wrong time. Maybe he'll try to cash in on like Brock Lesnar if he wins, or Cena or something like that, and then he fails or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a similar incident like on Monday where Ambrose came down, jumped him before he could cash it in. Maybe he'll cash it in and the bell will ring, and then Ambrose comes in, jumps him. He's technically the winner, but he doesn't win the title. So maybe something like that happens. I don't know. But with that, with him being the champion, I guess that keeps the Ambrose token in play, I guess. I don't know. Now, like, it's just really weird to see like all that happening, because I was just thinking, I was like, wow, the Shield broke up and they're all still in the main story. You have Roman Reigns going for the title. You have Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank contract and being like really like right under the Authority. And then you have Ambrose trying to get back at Rollins. So they're all still in that main story, just separate. And I like that. That's pretty interesting. And speaking of more interesting things, I don't know if I said this earlier, but Y2J, Chris Jericho, has returned Monday Night Raw only to get jumped by the Wyatt family. Now, this is definitely something I didn't see coming, because I remember Jericho saying in an interview that he wasn't coming back. He was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't see a reason for me to come back, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much just saying that I'm not coming back. If I ever come back, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then his music hits, and I'm just like, holy shit, Chris Jericho is back. What the hell? That's freaking awesome. I like that. I can't wait to see what happens with the whole Wyatt family feud. Now, a way that I would love to see it happen is, okay, Jericho confronts them, tries to do his thing, but can't really get the job done by himself. He is known as the best at what he does, right? If they could I don't know how, but get CM Punk to return and team with Jericho, then you could really have the best. And then they both, even though it'd be 2-on-3, they both destroy the Wyatts. Like, that's just super fantasy matchup right there. But it probably won't happen. Most likely it's not going to happen, because any type of CM Punk return is not known, because his contract does end this month. So we're all waiting to see if he'll sign, if he won't sign, if he's just going to peace out, or whatever happens. I don't know. He still has time to decide. He probably won't come back. I still want him to come back, but it's up to him, and I really respect it either way. Next up is something I want to talk about is, or something that I want to talk about is Swagger versus Rusev. Now, I think this is interesting. I like the fact that they had like other people try to represent, you know, the USA and beat Rusev, but to no avail. And then to have Swagger, the real American, I like that. The all-American Jack Swagger versus Rusev. I would love to see Swagger win and get the push that I think he deserves, because Swagger came back when I really wanted him to come back. I think it was Elimination Chamber last year or 2 years ago or something like that. I wanted him to come back because I really wanted to see him as World Heavyweight Champion. He got in the Elimination Chamber match, he didn't win. Then certain things happened. Then he fell down a totem pole. Then he paired with Coulter. That gimmick sucked. It really did, in my eyes. The We the People Real American thing sucked until they added Cesaro. With Cesaro in their corner and then having that epic tag team with Swagger and Cesaro, then that's when the gimmick really took off. And then now that Swagger is the one by himself, it seems like the gimmick is kind of fading away. So it's kind of like, even though it still has that the impact with the whole We the People chant, I think that this would be the best way for Swagger to get his push. If they allow him to beat Rusev, who's been undefeated, that right there would definitely be something that I would love to see for Swagger's return. And plus, like, he kind of actually got a somewhat of a standing ovation, not really, but like a huge like cheer from the crowd on Monday, which was kind of out of the ordinary. So it makes me think they're going to try to turn Swagger face, possibly. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think that's pretty much all of my topics that I have to talk about. Everything else I've spoken in the last 15 or so minutes. I thank you guys for watching and listening. Again, if you guys have your own comments, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want me to talk about certain other topics, let me know in the comments below. I didn't cover any NXT things this week because I kind of I'm not really in the loop of NXT right now. I kind of like missed a week or two, I think. But I do know one thing that I would love to see, and I'm just going to leave it at this. I want to see the Ascension versus the Usos. Think about it. Thank you guys for watching. It's TTarantox signing out. Peace out.